Namaste and good day, friends. We have with us a very beautiful person here. She is Yajna Singh, who is Miss Earth New Zealand 2026. Welcome to Indian News, Yajna. And
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm feeling great. I've only just won and still settling in, so
Wonderful.
yeah.
You won your title just recently?
Yep, so just on Saturday, actually, this Saturday past.
Wonderful. Yajna, since this is the first time you're talking to the Indian News, would you want to tell us about yourself? Who is Yajna and what do you do?
Yep, so kia ora, my name is Yajna Singh. I'm a mechanical engineer and I work in the industry. So I'm actually a bearing application engineer and I work for a company called Motion Asia Pacific. I moved to New Zealand with my family around 12 years ago, and I've got my mum, my dad and my two sisters with me.
So moved from?
I'm originally from South Africa.
South Africa, wonderful. Now, Yajna, what motivated you to compete for this Miss Earth New Zealand?
That's a very good question. Like I mentioned, I've got two younger sisters, and my entire life, all I've ever wanted to be was a good role model for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I wanted to do with this platform. I wanted to be able to be a good role model for them, but also encourage other women to join engineering. I think women don't really need to fit into one box. I think you can choose to take up space. You can choose to be both intelligent and beautiful. You can choose to be someone who works, in the industry and wears both steel cap toes and high heels. I don't think you need to fit into one specific box. And that was kind of my motivation for joining it. I really wanted to put that message out there.
Great answer. Now, Yajna, how does your engineering background actually shape your approach for this sustainable environmental approach?
So with my work, I actually work doing condition monitoring. That's a big part of my job. And for people that don't know what condition monitoring is, essentially it's vibration analysis. So you would monitor your equipment and that could potentially help prevent it from catastrophic failures. So things like downtime, emissions, waste becomes reduced. And that's the big environmental factor in this. The second part of that is actually circular processes. And that's something that I really wanted to advocate about. So things like oil recycling. I mean, often oil is treated as a single-use product, and we use oil in a lot of our machinery and equipment and simply throw it away. However, if you were to recycle your oil, and there are already technologies that
so
exist.
Here we are talking about the machine oil.
Yep, so machine oil or lubricating oil.
Okay.
So there's already equipment that does exist,
Yeah.
and it's proven that you can recycle your oil and reuse it up to 4 times, and that can reduce your carbon emissions by up to 99%. So that's something I really wanted to advocate, and that's kind of how my engineering background fits into this.
Wonderful. Now, why is education a key focus of your advocacy work?
I think education is a key focus because we can't help what we don't know. And I think the more that we try and put these ideas and thoughts out there, that the better we'd be able to educate the people around us. I mean, did you know that you could reduce your carbon emissions by up to 99%?
No.
There we go.
Not as a layperson, yeah, definitely not.
So I think it's just about getting people to start thinking about how we can change our mindset and reduce what we're already using. I mean, like I said, the technology is already there. It's just about taking that first step to understand, and that's why education is so important. And I think I actively do that by educating our future generations. So I tutor children for science and mathematics, and it's all about starting young and getting them to think creatively about the different processes that we use and how we can minimize our impact on the environment.
How do you connect with the people, as you say, how do you educate the children and all?
So I run a private tutoring company, and with that means I tutor kids after hours for school, so focusing on the New Zealand curriculum. So I do teach physics predominantly because I'm a mechanical engineer, math and English. And it's all about getting children to start thinking creatively and take the first step to their education and giving them control over that. The second way I do it is I create content. So if you go on my Instagram page, you might see really cool videos of me at work, and it's kind of showing people what I do.
I'm sure after watching this interview, a lot of people will follow your Insta. Now, Yajna, tell me, how has your Indian heritage influenced your journey and values?
I think, obviously, being of Indian heritage, a lot of what we're taught early on has really impacted me as a person. I think our Indian culture is so strongly rooted in giving back to nature, to others. I think the whole fundamental idea of being Indian is all about caring, caring for the environment, caring for others. I think even just like the culture of, being vegetarian on a specific day. Like for me, I'm vegetarian on a Tuesday, so I'm actually vegetarian today. And the whole idea about that is to minimize the impact that I'm causing, or the hurt that I'm causing to other people. So we give up one day a week where we choose to be vegetarian. And I think a lot of those values when it comes to family, when it comes to education, when it comes to self, have been deeply rooted in my heritage. And I think that's something that's really shaped me today.
What message would you want to give to the young women, especially, who are pursuing this STEM career?
I want to say believe in yourself. I think that was something that really changed things for me, is having self-belief and being able to put myself out there. So don't be afraid to take up space. Take up space. I mean, most of the time I find that I'm the only woman in the room, also the youngest. I actually just went to a conference in Rotorua and I was one of very, very few women. And I think if I had to give advice to women wanting to pursue a career in STEM, I'd say go for it, do it, take up space, use your voice to create change. And I really, really, really would love to see more women getting involved, because I think as women, we bring a different dynamic to this industry. Our brains think differently and we bring a lot of, I want to say, love and care into what we do. And I'd love to see more change and more women in the industry.
Great answer. On that note, we come to the end of our conversation. Thank you very much for your time, and all the very best for your future endeavor.
Thank you. Thank you so much.